I'm Ed Stellner.
I'm Steve Leis.
We're about to make up some sausage out of our deer that we shot this year. Bob's going to walk you through it.
Okay, show us, guys.
Well, first process is we have to get pork. What's the official name for that, Steve?
Pork trim.
Pork trim. That starts right here. Somebody's responsible for making sure that they cut it up and make sure they get all the glands out of the pork trimmings. When they're done with this, we make up batches of 7 pounds of pork.
That's right over here.
Yeah, 7 pounds of pork and then 18 pounds of venison. Or
whatever you got.
Bear, elk,
Beaver.
beaver.
Yeah.
Then from the grinding process, and that comes over here, back around over here, and that's where Steve will be setting up all of the ingredients for the batches that we make, and then that goes into this mixer. And everything gets mixed up. And that turns out to be a 25-pound batch.
It all gets mixed the same amount of time. It's all on the timer. We start it out in low gear so it don't splash all over. We set it at 5. Turn it to second gear. Let her mix for 5 to 8 minutes.
My gosh, it's quite the walk-in. How big is it, Steve?
Well, actually, it's an old military. It was in one of the mess halls out in Fort McCoy.
Oh,
The way military is, half of it's freezer and half of it's cooler. So I just used the freezer part for storage. And this is our cooler.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we had 12 deer in it this year.
Then we got 2 stations for stuffers, and that's where either we're making bologna, big bologna that's about that big around, about 2 feet long, or ring bologna, or summer sausage, or wieners, or snack sticks. This one here is set up for snack sticks right now, the smaller one. And then we've got the bigger tubes, depending upon what we're gonna make. And these actually pivot down, and we can put 25 pounds in each one, and then runs off a switch. Put the skin, what do you call them? Casing. Flip the casings over them, fill them up, and then we've got a special set of pliers over there for closing them off. And from there, then they go into a tote, and then 2 guys will grab the tote, and they'll go back out to that walk-in cooler where you saw those stainless steel rods, and they'll hang in there so that they cure for a while. And then the smoking process starts after that. All right, so once the meat is cured, then we'll bring it in the night before, and then we'll hang it here in the shop to let it warm up. And then we got racks that fit right in here, go in here, and we'll hang out whatever we're doing, the sausage, bologna, whatever, goes into this smoker. We can put about 300 pounds in here at a time. We've got humidity control, so we can dose it with humidity. We've got two different bins that we put our chips in that we make ourselves. We walk around in the woods and pick up either apple or hickory, and then we run it through a chipper or split it with the splitter. And then the whole time we've got our temperature gauges. We're keeping internal temperature going on depending upon what we're doing, and then we've got remote so we can be sitting in the house watching a Packer game or Bears game, whatever. And then once that's done, then we'll take it immediately out of there and we'll fill this sink here with ice water. And that's a very important part of it, is once you get it out of here, you want to instantly put it in an ice bath, because what it does is it kind of shrinks that meat, and then you don't have the casing sticking to the meat. And then once it goes from there, then it goes back on the rack, back into the walk-in cooler, and it'll sit there for 2 or 3 days just curing and drying out. And then we distribute it to all the guys that are involved with it. There's about 9-10 guys involved in all this. So
quite a process.
yeah, we'll do about 1,200 pounds this Saturday, and the smoking will take another 4 or 5 days. But it's quality meat. We take care of everything we do. There isn't any hair in it or anything like that. And It's
Yeah.
just part of the process of harvesting your animals.